Welcome back to the MacWhisperer Academy. I'm Dylan Stewart. They call me the Mac Whisperer. And if your photo library is completely disorganized and you're overwhelmed and super frustrated and don't know where to start, then today's video was made just for you. Apple jump-started the digital photo revolution way back in 2002 when they released iPhoto, which was the first dedicated software that made it easy to organize, edit, share, and synchronize all of your digital photographs. Since then, things have gotten completely out of control. We take 5 billion photos worldwide every single day, which means if you haven't figured out how to organize your photo library yet, it's only going to get more complicated, which is where I come in, because I've created a video series that's going to help you get organized with your photos, and it starts right now. In today's video, which is part 1 of the series, we're going to talk about the basics. If you stick with me until the end of today's video, I'm going to teach you what to do with all of those photos that you don't want to accidentally stumble across, but you can't really delete. The first thing we want to talk about is the left side of your photo application. It's called the sidebar, and it's broken down into separate sections. The first section up at the top is called the Photos section. And the Photos section is where your library is, it's where your recent photos are, your people, your places, and a few other tools that we'll talk about later in this episode. Below that, we've got the Albums section, which has a couple of parts and is super valuable. First up, we've got something called Media Types. This is a place where any pictures that you've taken are automatically sorted into different categories like videos, or portrait photos, or panoramas, or screenshots, which makes it easy to find a particular kind of image or video without having to hunt around. Underneath that, we've got something called shared albums. And shared albums is a very convenient way for you to share pictures with loved ones, friends, and family, or for them to share pictures with you. Underneath the shared albums section, we've got something called My Albums. And My Albums is where you use albums, smart albums, and folders to sort through all of your pictures to put them into easy to organize chunks so that you can simply find whatever you're looking for in a simple click. Underneath that, we've got another section called Projects. And the Projects section is a place where you can easily create calendars, greeting cards, slideshows, or even physical books that you can have printed out to share and showcase all of your photographs. And that's the basics of the sidebar. The Photos section of the Photos app is really the most important thing we're going to talk about today. It's where you find all of your pictures and images, and they're sorted in different ways. Most people don't really understand the differences, but after today's video, you're going to clearly understand where to go to find pictures without having to scramble and make yourself crazy. The first thing we want to talk about is the library. The library is broken down into 4 different views: years, months, days, and all photos. Each of these views has different purposes and different functionality. First off, we've got the years view, which is a great way to easily see pictures from a specific year. And it makes it easy to jump all the way back to your first pictures and all the way forward to your latest pictures without having to scroll around forever. The pictures are organized by a digital stamp that's on them, which can be a problem if you've scanned old photos in, because they will have the scan date rather than the date that the picture was actually taken. But in later episodes of this series, I'm going to teach you how to change the date and time so that those pictures are accurate as well. When you're done with the years view and you want to move over to the months view, there are 2 ways to do it. The first way to do it is simply by clicking on the months view up at the top. But the problem with that is that it doesn't really let you choose what year you want to go into. The better way to do it is to find the year you're interested in exploring and double-click on it. That will enter you into the month view for that specific year. And it will also put you right in the month that you're currently in. So we're in June right now, and it jumped me right to June of 2017. Now, it's not every picture that was taken in that month. It's highlight a couple of different times in the month. Maybe there was a birthday party or a vacation you took or some special event where you took a lot of pictures. So it tends to highlight between 3 and 5 different chunks of time for each month. And you'll see it here. Here's August 6th, August 7th, August 19th, and a trip from August 20th to September 4th. When you're done with the months view and you want to head over to the days view, again, you can do it by clicking up at the top here, which will jump you into a day, but that doesn't really allow you to control which day you get jumped into. If you want to make sure you go to the right day, just double click on that particular section in the month view and it will jump you to that specific day. In day view, things are awesome because they organize them into these different views that allow some pictures to be small, some to be medium, and some to be large. They tend to prioritize videos for the large pictures so you can see things in motion and in action in that particular frame. But it's not every picture that you took for that particular day. It's actually just a summary. And if you see down here at the bottom of each day, there's a little marker that tells you how many additional photographs exist for that day. The only place that you're going to see all your pictures is the All Photos section. And you can jump from this section to All Photos by clicking here or by clicking on the additional days at the end of each day. We'll go ahead and do that. When you jump into the All Photos section, you can see everything, and there's a lot of great tools here. This is going to sort your entire photo library chronologically from the very beginning of the pictures you've taken all the way to the most recent pictures you've shot. It's not going to separate it by days and months, but if you look in the upper left corner here, you can see what day you're on, which makes it easy to know what you're looking at even though there's a ton of photographs here. I spend most of my time in the All Photos section because I just think it's the most useful. Now we're going to take a couple of moments in the All Photos section to talk about the toolbar. The toolbar exists in every section of the Photos app, but it's a little different from place to place. We're not going to talk about all of it. I'm just going to highlight some of the important pieces. On the top left here, you've got a fun button that can change it from aspect view into a square view. This unifies all of your pictures so they're all the same size, and it makes it really easy to scroll through things. I personally like to see the full picture rather than just the cropped square, but you can choose which one you like. To the right of that, we've got a slider that allows you to adjust the size of your images. Going to the right makes it bigger, but it means you won't see as many pictures at a time. If you pull it over to the left, it'll make it smaller and smaller until it's just ridiculous. This allows you to see a ton of pictures, but not a ton of details. So you want to strike a balance in the middle. I like to put it right about there, which is about 2/3 of the way over, and I can easily see the pictures, but I also have a lot of pictures in one frame. To the right of that, you're going to see the Get Info button. If you're selected on a particular image or images, clicking on the Get Info button will pop up this panel that tells you all sorts of important things, like what's the title of this picture? What is the file name for this picture? What's the date and time it was taken? And all sorts of additional information. You can use this to create a title. The difference between a title and a file name is that the actual photo on your computer has a file name. You can see it usually has .jpg or something like that on it. But you can give this photo a specific name to make it easier for you to find it if you prefer that, or you can go ahead and stick with the file name. If you want to see the title and file name, you're going to come up to your View menu here, and you're going to go into Metadata, and you're going to make sure it's highlighted on Titles, which immediately shows you the title if it exists, or the file name if it doesn't. To the right of that, we've got the Share button, which can make it easy for you to share your photos to shared albums, airdrop them, send them in an email, send them in a text, add them to notes, reminders, or tons of other stuff. To the right of that, we've got a heart, which represents your favorites. If you look on the picture that's selected in the lower left corner, you'll see that there's a heart there. That means that that picture is a favorite. you can easily select any picture and click the heart in the toolbar up here, or you can click the heart in the lower left corner of any picture. But the best way to add or remove things from favorites is to highlight a bunch of things that you want to favorite at the same time, and then press the period button on your keyboard like this, and it will automatically favorite or unfavorite all of those images. Once you've favorited images, you'll find them over in the favorites section here, which makes it easy for you to keep track of the pictures you love the most and the ones you share most frequently. To the right of that, we've got a tool that allows you to rotate a picture. You'll notice that it's currently set for counterclockwise, which means if I click it once, it's going to go counterclockwise. But sometimes you need it to go clockwise. It's easy to do that by holding the Option button down on your keyboard, and when you do, the arrow changes directions so that you can go clockwise instead. And lastly, to the right of that, we've got the search bar. The search bar is so powerful and so underutilized. You can type in the name of a picture, or a person that's in the picture, or you can even search for a very vague category like dogs, and it'll automatically show you pictures of dogs or any basic category that you search for. You can even search by day and by year, finding exactly what you're looking for anytime you need it. And the last thing we need to talk about regarding the library is a complicated topic. You see, over to the left, there's another section called Recents. And most people don't understand the difference between the library and the Recents section. And there's a very specific reason the Recents section exists. Sometimes you get sent a photo. Maybe it's sent by text, or maybe it's sent by email or some other way. Maybe you import a bunch of old photos from an old drive or an old disk. And when you do that and add that photo, you start looking for it at the bottom of your photo library, but it doesn't show up there. Why not? Well, let me explain. Your photo library is organized chronologically by when the picture was taken. And a lot of times when you're importing in a picture, it's not current. It might be an older picture. For example, this one is from back in May. So when you import it in, it doesn't go to where you're looking for it. It doesn't go to the library section. It goes to where its date is. And if you don't know when that picture was taken, it can be mind-numbingly crazy to find it unless you go over to Recents. Because Recents is in order of when you added it, which makes it really helpful to find those pictures without hunting around. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to dive into two of my favorite tools of the Photos application, the People section and the Places section. But before I do that, if you've already gotten value from this video, go down to the bottom and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, now's a great time to do that. Go on and hit that subscribe button and that notify bell so you're always notified whenever I drop new content. And with that being said, let's jump over into the People section. The People section may be my favorite part of photos. It simplifies things and makes it so easy to find specific people or groups of people without having to look and search and hunt around. It's broken down into two separate parts. At the top, you've got your favorited people, and down below that, you have all the other people that you're keeping track of. You don't want to have every person you've ever taken a photograph of in this section, or this section becomes useless and overwhelming. It's easy to remove someone from this section by highlighting them and right-clicking on them and choosing Remove This Person. It doesn't delete those pictures, it just takes that person out of the section so that you can focus on the people that you're searching for more frequently and keeping track of. Clicking Remove just takes them out of the People album and allows you to focus on the other people. It's easy to favorite someone by clicking on the heart in the lower right-hand corner. When you do that, it will prompt you to confirm that other pictures the computer thinks are the same person are actually that person. If they're not, uncheck them. If they are, leave them checked and click the Done button, and that person will be added to the Favorites section. You can also unfavorite them in the exact same way by just clicking the heart in the bottom right like that, and they get returned to the bottom of the people section. Another thing that sometimes happens in the people section is you end up with the same person in more than one place. But it's easy to teach it that these are the same person by merging. Merging is done by grabbing one of the photos and dropping it on top of the other one. It will prompt you to make sure that's the same person. And if it is, click Merge Photos and it will combine that algorithm so that it is better at identifying that person in the future. And you definitely want to clean things up and take care of that whenever possible. You can also reorganize the people section by clicking on anyone and dragging them to wherever you want to be, including the favorites section, which is a little hack to favorite someone without clicking the heart. The last part of the people section is that sometimes one of the people that you love isn't here for whatever given reason, but it's really easy to add them in. All you want to do is come to a picture that's featuring that particular person. And a little hack that makes it easier for me, if you come up to the View menu here, you'll find an option that says Show Face Names. This will automatically bring up the names of whoever's in the picture so that you can find the person who hasn't been identified yet, click on them, and give them a name. When you start typing the name, the computer will bring up your address book trying to find the person that you're looking for. If they are someone that's in your address book, go ahead and click on them so the computer can link the two parts together. But if they're not, go ahead and finish putting their name down and hit the return button and it will automatically add that person. Then when you come back to the people section, you'll see that person down at the bottom and you can easily favorite them and bring them up to the top if you like. Next up is the Places section, and the Places section is so cool. Because most of the pictures we take are with a digital camera that has GPS connected to it, it knows where you took that picture, which means that it can put all your pictures all over the map so you can see all the places you've been to. But what's really amazing is by clicking the plus button in the bottom corner here, you can zoom way in to find any picture you're looking for in any specific location. Now, how far can you zoom in? Let's find out. You see, I'm a Disneyland fanatic. And so if I come all the way into Anaheim right here and zoom in, you're going to see all the pictures that I've taken at Disneyland. And as I zoom in and continue to get closer, what you will see is literally every specific part of Disneyland that I took a picture at. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? You can see what you took on this ride or what you took on that ride. And if you press and hold on any given section, it will open up to show you all of the pictures from that exact location over the years. So I can see pictures of my son growing up from all the Disneyland trips in that specific location. And even if you took the picture with a non-digital camera or scanned something in, you can add the date or the location at a later point, which we'll talk about in one of the later episodes. So that's the photos section. And now it's time for the bonus tip. Sometimes we take pictures for specific reasons and we don't really want to stumble across them. We don't want to see them in photo slideshows, and we don't want to scroll through our library and keep stumbling across them. In this case, I took these pictures of my front and backyard for a rebate that we're applying for. But when I'm looking at pictures of my family, I don't need to see pictures of dirt, however beautiful that dirt may be. It's easy to take care of it by hiding these pictures, which you can do by selecting the pictures and right-clicking and choosing Hide. When you do that, it will confirm first, and it will send them into a section called the Hidden section. Where's the hidden section, you say? Well, if they put it right in plain sight, it wouldn't exactly be hidden. You get to the hidden section by coming up to your View menu here and coming down to where it says Show Hidden Photo Album. When you do that, your hidden photo album will show up in your sidebar over here, and you can click right on it. In order to keep other people's eyes out of your hidden photos, you have to confirm that you're you by either using a password, your fingerprint, or your Face ID on your phone. I'm going to use my fingerprint. And as soon as you open up your hidden library, here are those hidden pictures right at the bottom. And it's easy to remove something from the hidden library by selecting it, right-clicking on it, and choosing Unhide. So now you have a place to put all of those pictures you don't want to stumble across without deleting them or making yourself crazy. And the very last thing we're going to talk about today is this item over here, which is the recently deleted section. Like the hidden photos section, you need to verify who you are before it will open up. I'm going to put my fingerprint down. In the recently deleted section, you will see any pictures you've deleted over the last 30 days. They will automatically be deleted permanently within 30 days, but if you've ever accidentally deleted something and gone, oh no, what am I supposed to do? Here's where you'll find it for the next 30 days. If you need to get it back, click on it and click the Recover button over here. Or if you want to get rid of all of them, right-click on the trash can over here and choose Erase Deleted Items, and it will permanently erase everything. So that's what we've got for part 1 of the Getting Organized with Photos series. Make sure to tune in for part 2, which will be coming shortly. I'm Dylan Stewart. They call me the MacWhisperer, and it's my passion and profession to help you get more done with your Apple products than you ever thought possible. And I will see you next time.